All right, good morning and good evening, and welcome back to the live analysis and potential trade setups for the day. It is April 10th, 2026, and let's get started with gold as usual, and then we'll follow through with Dow Jones and Euro USD. If possible, we'll also have a look at the dollar index to get started on that front as well today. So sit tight and enjoy as we proceed with the gold wave counts. The story remains the same. We are probably done with an impulse wave which began in September 2022 at a minor degree 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Also, according to the model, we are now either completed the corrective decline 3 waves after the 5 wave advance. It's not uh, to the extent that we would like to see it. I'm talking about the corrective decline, because if this is wave 3 of one larger degree, and we try to find out the retracement level of the entire boundary, the 38.2% has been barely met. Okay, now normally you see that wave 2 was a bit sideways, so wave 4 normally is a sharper one. It looks like completed, but as we've been talking about time and again, we cannot still rule out the possibility of one more low, but we have changed our counts from an ABC corrective decline to a 333, which is a WXY corrective decline, which might have gotten complete at just above the 41 handle, just below the 41 handle, sorry. And bulls are probably back into picture. All right. Having said that, we have already taken a potential call on the long side. Once again, since we are talking about trading now, let me be very humbly clear that our intention to meet daily basis here is not any form of encouragement or advice to trade. It's purely educational. Uh, Very soon we'll also bring up the disclaimer officially before starting the session, so it's all clear. Second thing, beware of regulations in the region from where you are wanting to participate forex or CFD markets. Specifically, the Asia Pacific zone is quite restricted to margin trading activities, except except for our country India. Crypto has been legally allowed to trade, but not the international spot forex and CFDs. So that is that. Let's get back to the trading setup here. We would still not want to change the. We would like to keep this as it is. Potential wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now that fifth wave is reaching around the 49.27. I would like to adjust this model just a bit. We don't want to wait until the last price. So ahead of 49.30, maybe just 10-15 points ahead of 49.30. Might want to exit at 49.15. Anyways, I'm not able to type because of that Grammarly pop-up. But 4927 is the Fibonacci extension. Let's not wait until that. Maybe if you are still holding on the long side, you might want to. Now, price action is quite a bit confirming that it's going to go above 4900, possibly 4800, and it might push through that mark. So, but 49 handle should be good enough to take profits. We can say thank you very much and come out of the zone. One more thing that could be done now. It's not yet complete. It's not, may not be the right time, but just in case if you want to lock in some or reduce risk, it may be bought to 4930 something. It's today's low, 47230. Sorry, I mean locking in is always preferred, and it's always good. You never know when or what noise comes from outside and it triggers on the opposite side. Now, the reason why I'm being a bit skeptical and insisting or requesting to log profits, possibly log profits around 4730, there's no harm in doing that. We are simply locking profits, all right. It's a way to reduce our risk, and the only thing we lose is a bit of time, but we're still locking in some profits in. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this scenario is honestly, I'm a great believer of the Fibonacci ratios and the ratios being met. Now, okay, let's not disturb this chart. Let me pick up another one, which is fairly clear. Let me look into forex.forex.com. Alright, it's clean. Except for some old wave counts done here. That's okay, we can clear that as well. Alright, let's focus on the corrective decline here. If we are talking about, now this is a second alternate count, right? Oh, sorry, the first alternate. Normally the C wave subdivides into 5 waves. In this case it is 3 waves until now, and wave 4 is still within the parameters. See there, it's still not penetrating the 5000 mark, so this could still be wave 4, and if it is wave 4, then the subdivisions could be like this: A 1 2 3 4 and 5, which also brings us to the previous wave 4 of lesser degree, which is almost there actually, but I'm not really completely convinced with regards to Fibonacci extensions. Now this is what, let me remove the waves. We still need to be aware of the possibility, because if I take a simple Fibonacci extension of wave A or W in this case, now in this case it is going to be wave A, then 3951 and 3630, these two extensions are still not complete. Now when the gap is so much, quite a bit of gap, right? 5400 to 3600, almost 2000 points. It subdivides into waves. which is quite possible that it is subdividing into this wave as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see the extensions where they are pointing us, or at least it brings us to 3900. And even if we take an Elliott extension of the Fibonacci Elliott extensions of the same boundary, the 1.618 extension goes all the way toward 3500 mark, which is, I mean, the first one is almost matching with the, and the second one, it's okay, 30, 39 and 35. So it might still not be done. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to put a point here, ladies and gentlemen. And believing in also the wave structure, what happens is when you have an a complex wave structure is B, and this is a simple wave structure, ABC, period. All right, but another wave structure a bit more complex could be still the same formation, but it could just be a bit more complex, where wave C itself subdivides into 5 waves like this. So if wave C is going to do something or planning to do something like subdividing itself into 5 waves, then it could be wave 1, 2, and 1 of 3, and 2 of 3, and 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, and then 4 and 5, which could bring prices or drag prices quite a bit lower. Chances are, see, corrective waves have numerous patterns to take place. It could be the first one, which is A, now it is carving away B, and then you can carve C. So it's a 3, 3, and 3 still. So I'm positively not ruling out the possibility of yet another continued drop. Let us take the Fibonacci retracement of the entire structure. That could be. These are all corrective wave possibilities which cannot be ruled out. We cannot be very overconfident that the trend has changed. It might have changed, but it is still not. I mean, it could. The path is still open because the Fibonacci targets are not met yet. Right, bringing down to 3500. I mean, it's absolutely possible after that huge wave 3 rally of 2025. Right, so I'm still not. That's why I keep saying lock your profits and be aware of what is going on. Be also aware of that candlestick pattern which occurred on Wednesday. All right, after that rally, it almost closed down to where it opened. But these are all ways for the markets to tell us a story that it might not be doing what most of the traders are expecting. All right, so it's better to lock your profits, sir, and because there's nothing to lose there. I mean, we're still in the trade. If it goes up, it continues to rally. 4900 mark could be our target, but locking in profits is quite wise at this point in time. All right, so I'm not able to type in, but it's locking in a bit of profits around 49, 47.30 makes a lot of sense. Or I would at least I would take 50% off the shelf. Okay, that's gold. Okay, Dow Jones continued its rally. So the structure which we were discussing yesterday is not what it's doing, but the good thing is that 48 200 range has been checked in, and this is what matters really. We can bring it down to the 4-hour chart and look at that structure. So let me remove this now. It's not needed. The other one, orange, is also not needed. and the corrective wave could be complete, or it's touched the 61.8%. Now again, a lot of conviction, a lot of belief in the Fibonacci ratios. The 61.8% mark could be a potential turning point as well. So we are still sticking onto the trade setup here. Potential shorts initialized from 47,000 through the 48,000. That range has been met. Now this could be a corrective wave decline. So if we could label this, I mean it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, triangle B and C, that is possible, which could be wave 1 and 2 of one larger degree, is bringing us down towards wave 3. Now what confirms that the first step of confirmation is it needs to break below 47,600 there with an impulse wave, and we'll have to wait for that. But selling on rallies remains the trading strategy for Dow Jones. Okay, and then the next one is the euro. We did lock in some profits at around 1.15. We were expecting one more high, which has been met. It could be quite possible that there might be a corrective decline or a change in the wave structure for a while. We're just keeping ourselves a bit safer, I would say. Bring up the daily chart once again. Yesterday we were talking about a possibility of minor wave 2 completed, or the minor wave 2 could drag in a bit lower, completing a 3-wave structure, which is also possible. So keeping that in mind, what we can now do is maybe we can lock in further. Either you lock in further or you take profits, sir, because I can see another 5-wave rally just complete right up there. Let's look into the 15 minutes or an hourly. I don't think an hourly would reflect that, but it's it could be the thrust wave. It could still be continuing the thrust wave. Never know, but let's find out. We start from here. Count 5. That is wave 3. It might still continue, but chances are that it may continue towards 1.18 as well. So another wise thing to do here is bring in the stop loss, or lock in your profits to 1.1640, say. And this is a good strategy if a new trend is beginning to cut loose. Keep locking profits and maybe add positions at will. That is another one. But at least what we do right now is lock 200 points. 1450 we entered. I think it's 40. Okay, we are keeping in mind the alternate counter. If it completes, it reaches the 50% retracement of the earlier drop. So if it wants to turn, it could turn from very close to 45, 50, 1745, 50, or it may reach through the 1800 handle. If it does this, the latter one, we are always happy. We are in the tray on the long side, so no problems at all. Just in case if it reverses from 1750, we get some profits, 200 points booked, and we can keep ourselves open as to the next strategy. All right. So that is the session. That is the touch up now. Dollar index, I would say. Let's see if it comes up with Pepperstone. All right, just a quick could be one, and that could be two at the minor degree. We're looking for a wave 3, 4, and 5 lower. Okay, change the degrees to just in case if it rallies through the yeah, it is. Instead of 38.2% touch almost, wants to push higher, wave 2, then it could be the other possibility. But overall, dollar index might be pushing lower to wave 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5 lower for the rest of it could be then, but I'm still not really convinced. There is another possibility of wave 2 still not complete. It may complete an ABC structure a bit higher and then get down to business. All right, so let's be open to that. I think GBP USD is one chart which is quite optimistic for bulls. Okay, let's pick up the Pepperstone. We'll have to go back to the previous story. So here it begins from again almost September 2022. I'll quickly run through the structure, then we might get back later on. That is larger degree wave 1, maybe intermediate, that is intermediate wave 2, and wave 1 of 3 minor, wave 2 of 3 minor, and then the third of third wave could be under progress. So this chart looks quite bullish. All right, and this is what makes us also believe that Euro USD might also doing the same, a third of the wave higher. All right, then let's bring it a pause here. And once again, thank you for your time. As always, if you're liking it, you might want to be subscribed and also help spread word. And until the next one, that would be on Monday. Good luck to your trades and please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.